Hey, what's up, YouTube fam? Oh, check it out. I just wanted to get on here for a second. As I get to driving down the road, I get ideas, things to talk about. Let me move this so we can see. And sometimes you just got to count your blessings. By the way, good morning, everyone. It's early Friday morning. Time is about 9 o'clock, and I'm driving back to Louisiana. But you ever heard that saying, stop and count the roses, right? I'm going to not count the roses. Stop and smell the roses. But it's basically, I got the two mixed up, but that's okay because I'm getting to that too. It's basically count your blessings, guys. Sometimes people think, hey man, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. Well, that's not true. That's more or less a half full, half empty kind of thing. I'm going to tell you a perfect example. Two examples. I got a bunch of examples. There's a lot of things where I've just lucked out and could have been way worse, way worse. Accidents I've been in, a whole lot of different stuff. I'm going to give you one case in point. It happened back when I was racing sprint cars. There's a whole bunch of luck I was involved in doing that whole tenure. Well, anyways, this was when I was getting first started into racing sprint cars, and I was helping this man and his son work on their car. Because, let me just do this right here. I'm starting to get into heavier traffic. But, I was helping them work on their car, right? And I don't remember exactly what we were working on, but we were thrashing, trying to get it ready in time for the next race. And his son was 15, 16 years old, something like that. And he had a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver in his hand. I can't remember if it was a flathead or a Phillips. It doesn't matter. Point is, it was pointing, okay? They're very dangerous, either regardless of whichever one it is, especially what I'm about to tell you. And at the time, I was 23, 24 years old, something like that. I was getting started into sprint cars, but I was very mechanically inclined, and I knew what I was doing as far as a lot of that goes. So that's why I was over there helping them work on their car. And my car was ready. But anyways, the dad was working on something, and the son was over here doing something, and he leaned through the fuselage cockpit of the car, and he went to catch something really fast. And when he did, of course, this was on my right side, his screwdriver was in his hand. He lunged forward with a lot of velocity, and it landed just like that against my temple, just missing my eyeball. Slightly scratched a piece of skin right there, and he never even knew it happened. And I backed up, and I threw my hands up like that right there. And like, what's going on? I had to take a moment, guys, because the way he leaned in there, how hard it would have been, it wouldn't have taken my eye out. It would have went through my eye and into my freaking brain. I wouldn't even known that shit had happened. That was what you call lucky. Okay, so not something as severe happened yesterday, but there's quite a few. This actually almost happened a couple of times, because when you're working with someone young, sometimes they just don't know what they're doing, and you got to be real careful around them. I was holding, of course I didn't have gloves on, my fault. I was holding the manifold back, and on the edge of it's pretty knife sharp on the edge of this manifold, right? And my finger, was holding the manifold back so he can get in there on the head bolts. And he started to torque, but he don't do it slowly like you're supposed to. He wasn't paying attention, and I had to tell him about this. But he yanked it, and it landed it stopped just in time as it touched my finger, and it put almost a cut in my finger. But had it not stopped right there with the force that was going through that, I'd be lucky if I still had a finger, at least the tip of it. That was when I was like, hold on, we got to talk. We got to talk about this, man. You got to, no, this ain't gonna work. So I wanted to tell you, whenever I said all this to say it's more of a motivational speech of whenever you think everything's down, there's always something that can shine some light and brighten your day. Don't ever get down. Think about the things you do have instead of the things you don't have. We're all blessed in some way, shape, or form. Some of us just get depressed and don't see it. They can't see the forest for the trees, and they only focus on the dark and the negative because they think that's all that's given to them. And there is of course, I can't speak for everyone. I don't know everyone's situation, but I promise you, there is some positive in there somewhere, guys. Some people just have a little bit more positive in their mind. I'm telling you this right now. When I went to work for Libbey Glass, the 5 years I worked there, every day I was saying hello and smiling to someone. You can tell people that were in a bad mood, and if you just have a positive smile on your face, it somewhat lifts them a little bit better. Their attitude changes around you, and they like being around you. And if you go around in like a messed up mood, upset,